My name is Alec. This is my 2019 Ford Mustang GT, and I'll be going over 5 things that I like about it and 5 things that I wish were done a little bit differently. One of my favorite things about this car, this is the 10-speed automatic. It is an absolutely awesome transmission. It's weird because sometimes if I'm driving in normal, it literally drives like a CVT, like it's literally just... But once you put it in Sport Plus or track mode and you hammer it, it holds the power so well. It has so much room in the gears, and it can literally hold power whenever you want because it can sit at whatever RPM it wants. Definitely one of my favorite things about this car.
Second thing I love about this car is definitely the seats. These seats are super comfortable. It's really comfortable on road trips. The heated and cooled seats work really well. The cooled seats is literally like sitting on a cooler. Like it's amazing. They work really well. They're very cushy, great for long trips. And then the third thing that I really like about this car is this one does have the digital dash, which is really cool. The way that it animates and starts up, you can, let me get out of all these messages, you can switch it to change based on your drive mode. It's just really cool. It pleases the nerd in me, so it's definitely something I like about this car a lot. Fourth thing I love about this car, another nerd thing, it's just really cool. It pleases me when I walk up to it. Love that. Last but not least, my 5th favorite thing about this car is the way it sounds. Now, this car does have an aftermarket Roush axleback exhaust, but it still makes for a pretty nasty exhaust note. On to the 5 things that I dislike about this car. One thing for sure is definitely the taillights. I love the sequential turn signal on this thing, but because of that, they are so bright because of the regulations. Everyone complains about it when they're following me. Second thing I dislike about this car, this is one of the most petty things you're ever gonna hear, but the heated steering wheel is just not warm enough. But you know what? I selected the option, I get to complain about it. Complaint number 3, this is my maximum headroom in the back. Alright, so the 4th thing that I dislike about this car is definitely the tire size that comes stock. This car has 255 square setup, and for a car like this, I like to take it drag racing. It's what it's meant to do, and the tires are just not adequate for traction at the power level that it has. Alright, and for the 5th and last thing, this is definitely a personal preference thing, but I kind of dislike how this light right here always stays amber. I get it's the turn signal, but I wish that I could switch it to white if I wanted to. It's just at night photos, I wish that it was white as opposed to amber. I wish there was an option to switch that, kind of like what Mopar has with the rings, the orange rings.